The moment the first image dropped, the internet didn't just react, it trembled. Jung Kook stepped into the frame, wrapped in the unmistakable spirit of 90s denim, and suddenly time itself felt rewound. The headline was simple yet explosive. Jung Kook embraces denim Calvin Klein Spring 2026 campaign. But what unfolded was anything but simple. It was a collision of nostalgia and modern power, of quiet confidence and global dominance, of a pop icon redefining not only fashion but cultural memory itself. In the campaign's opening visual, Jung Kook stands against a stripped-back, almost industrial backdrop, bare walls, muted light, shadows that dance across structured denim. There's no distraction, no overproduction, just him and the fabric. The denim is unmistakably 90s, relaxed yet sculpted, structured yet fluid. The kind of silhouette that defined a generation raised on rebellion, mixtapes, and effortless cool. Yet somehow on Jung Kook it feels entirely new, not a costume. Not a tribute, a transformation. Social media ignited within seconds. Fans dissected every frame, every fold of fabric, every subtle expression. Was it the slightly oversized jacket that hung just enough to suggest nonchalance? The straight-cut jeans that referenced vintage Americana without feeling dated? Or was it simply the presence, his presence, that made the campaign feel seismic? Because when Jung Kook moves, culture listens. Calvin Klein has long been synonymous with minimalism, with that clean, bold aesthetic that strips fashion down to its essence. From iconic 90s ads that defined an era to contemporary reinventions, the brand has always thrived on raw magnetism. But pairing Jung Kook with a 90s denim revival feels like destiny. It is more than branding, it is alignment. He embodies the duality that the 90s adored: vulnerability and strength, softness and edge, boy-next-door warmth and rockstar intensity. Industry insiders describe the Spring 2026 campaign as a strategic masterstroke. Nostalgia has been dominating global fashion cycles for years, but nostalgia alone is never enough. It requires a face that transcends eras, someone who can carry yesterday's spirit into tomorrow's narrative. Jung Kook does not merely wear the denim, he resurrects it. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest that the creative direction focused on authenticity. No heavy styling, no loud embellishments, just denim, skin, light, and attitude. The 90s were about stripping back excess, and this campaign mirrors that ethos. Jung Kook's hair is styled in a way that nods to that decade's effortless cool, slightly tousled, almost undone. The lighting captures the texture of the denim so intimately that you can almost feel it through the screen. Yet the true power of this campaign lies not just in visuals but in symbolism. The 90s represented a turning point in pop culture, a moment when global youth identity became louder, freer, more expressive. Today, Jung Kook stands as one of the most influential global artists of his generation. By channeling the 90s, he bridges two monumental cultural waves: the birth of modern pop culture and its current globalized evolution. Fans across continents responded with a kind of emotional intensity rarely seen in fashion releases. Comments flooded timelines: "He was born for this era. This is the 90s reborn. Calvin Klein just won 2026. The denim became more than clothing, it became a statement, a reminder that trends may recycle but icons redefine. Fashion critics, too, were quick to weigh in. Many praised the campaign's restraint. In a digital age obsessed with hypersaturation, maximalism, and constant noise, Jung Kook's Calvin Klein moment felt refreshingly quiet, powerful in its stillness. There is something magnetic about simplicity when executed with precision. The clean lines of the denim, the subtle tailoring, the absence of unnecessary accessories, it all centers the eye exactly where it should be. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this campaign is how it reframes masculinity. The 90s often leaned into rugged denim archetypes: stoic, rebellious, distant. Jung Kook softens that narrative without weakening it. His gaze carries intensity, yes, but also openness. His posture is strong yet relaxed. It is a modern masculinity that does not rely on aggression but confidence, not dominance but presence. Calvin Klein has always understood the power of sensual minimalism. In this campaign, the denim molds naturally to Jung Kook's form, emphasizing movement rather than constriction. There are moments captured mid-step, as if he is walking straight out of the 90s and into 2026. The camera does not chase him, it follows. And viewers feel as though they are witnessing something intimate, almost unscripted. The economic ripple effect was immediate. Searches for 90s denim surged. Retail analysts predicted rapid sellouts. Fashion forums exploded with styling breakdowns: how to replicate the look, how to achieve that balance between vintage and contemporary. It is one thing to wear a brand, it is another to ignite a global style shift. Jung Kook seems to do the latter effortlessly. Beyond the clothing, there is narrative. Jung Kook's career has always been defined by evolution. From youthful beginnings to solo artistry that commands stadiums, his trajectory mirrors the arc of reinvention. The 90s denim aesthetic becomes symbolic of that journey, grounded yet transformative, structured yet adaptable, familiar yet new. There is also the emotional layer. For many fans, the 90s evoke childhood memories, a sense of simplicity before digital overload. Seeing Jung Kook embody that era feels like a comforting paradox, past and present intertwined. It taps into collective memory while anchoring it in a modern icon. Calvin Klein's choice signals something broader about fashion's direction. In a world increasingly defined by fast cycles and fleeting microtrends, anchoring a campaign in timeless denim feels almost rebellious. It says, quality endures, simplicity resonates, and authenticity outlasts spectacle. As more visuals from the campaign surfaced, each frame felt intentional. Close-ups highlighted stitching details, faded washes, the subtle grain of the fabric. Wide shots captured Jung Kook leaning against textured walls, sunlight catching the edge of his jacket. There was movement but never chaos, energy but never excess. The cultural commentary has only intensified. Some observers note that Jung Kook's global influence makes him the perfect ambassador for a retro American aesthetic reinterpreted through a Korean pop lens. It is globalization at its most seamless, no borders, no limitations, just shared style language. Perhaps what makes this campaign unforgettable is its balance. It does not scream, it does not beg for attention, it commands it quietly, and that quiet command feels powerful in a year where so much fights for visibility. Fans have begun recreating the looks, posting their own 90s-inspired denim outfits, tagging the campaign, celebrating the revival. Fashion thrives on participation, and this moment feels communal. It is not just a brand pushing a product, it is a cultural wave inviting everyone in. The more one examines the campaign, the clearer its brilliance becomes. It understands that nostalgia alone cannot sustain relevance. It must be infused with present-day charisma. Jung Kook delivers that charisma with understated confidence. In interviews surrounding the campaign, creative collaborators hinted at a focus on storytelling rather than spectacle. They wanted viewers to feel something, to remember something, and judging by the reaction, they succeeded. The 90s were about authenticity, about stripping away gloss and revealing raw personality. In this campaign, Jung Kook does not hide behind elaborate sets or heavy styling. He stands, moves, exists, and that existence feels monumental. As the spring 2026 season approaches, one thing is certain: denim has found its ambassador. Not just any ambassador, but one who transcends geography, generation, and genre. Jung Kook's 90s denim moment is not a fleeting trend. It feels like a reset, a reminder that fashion cycles may spin, but true influence anchors them. And as fans continue to stream, share, and celebrate, the campaign's impact grows, not because it shouts the loudest, but because it resonates the deepest. In the end, Jung Kook embraces denim. Calvin Klein Spring 2026 campaign is more than a headline. It is a cultural timestamp, a fusion of eras, a testament to how one artist standing in perfectly cut denim can shift the atmosphere of global fashion with nothing more than presence, authenticity, and that unmistakable aura that makes the world pause and watch.